Hello and welcome to Rohan Sci-Fi Stories, where I talk about science fiction and fantasy from the point of view of both a fan and as a science fiction author. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about a few books on my TBR. So I started this last week. Thought I'd get it done in one sitting, but it turns out I have a lot more books in my TBR than I thought. So today I'm going to go through a few more. These are all indie authors. So first up, this one here is by Nick Snape. Now, Nick is an author I know very well. He is a very prolific author. He has written a lot of books in the last couple of years, and he is a really nice guy. He's from the north of England. And he started out writing military science fiction with the Weapons of Choice series, which he has sold a lot of, and it's a very successful series. You should check that out if you're into military science fiction. But the one I'm going to the one I'm looking forward to reading too, the next one on my list is The World in My Hands. Sorry, that's terrible positioning there. So it's The World in My Hands by Nick Snape. So that is as far as I know, it is a prequel to the other book that I've read by Nick, which is The Scorching. And let me check here what I was going to say. A lonely PA, a rebellious teenager, two ordinary people on a deadly journey to save humanity. Winner of the Literary Titans Black Gold Award, classic sci-fi balance between action, intrigue, and skillful storytelling. The world is heading toward global collapse as the scorching takes full effect. Salvation vessels orbit the Earth, waiting for transport. The chosen few away from danger and to start again. 10 plant ships grown by an alien species for the wealthiest and most powerful or those lucky enough to be selected by lottery. The rest remain behind, their future dependent on the Drathkin finding a solution to Earth's problems. Jenna, personal assistant to a prominent oil mogul, feels privileged to be among the saved, never questioning her good fortune, while Seth suffers, forced to leave his friends behind as his family take their place aboard their luxurious ship. Yet not all is well on board. Dark secrets lurk in the corridors and depths of their respective ships, dragging Jenna and Seth into a world of malice and violence they thought they had left far behind. A deeply nuanced sci-fi standalone with slow burn suspense, a diverse and unorthodox cast of characters, and a spaceship straight out of your worst nightmares. That's a quote from SFF Insiders, 5 stars. Okay, so that's one I'm looking forward to reading. Nick's books are always a lot of fun. So that is on my TBR, and hopefully I will get to that in the not too distant future. Okay. Another one on my TBR, Survivors Club. I don't know why I'm so bad at holding this phone up to the camera. Apologies. Survivors Club by M.K. Martin. Now, let's see what this is about. So, M.K. is an author. She is a restless world traveler who started writing young. And she was an exchange student in Paraguay, joined the US Army, got deployed to Afghanistan and to Iraq, and she currently lives here in Ireland. Of course, why wouldn't you? Best place in the world. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about this Survivors Club. So this is a nice and short blurb, which I like. I like short blurbs a lot. Geneticist Marius Tenartier wants to cure humanity's worst diseases. But Chrysalis Biopharmaceuticals uses work to mutate humans into terrifying abominations. With the CEO's fearless daughter, Marius races to stop the spreading infection before it becomes a global pandemic. The world is on the line, and the clock is ticking. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, that's Survivors Club. Sounds very exciting. I do like, yeah, it's yeah, very cool cover. There we go. Okay, what do we have next on the list? Looking forward to Survivors Club by MK. And let's have a look at this. Okay, this is The Sacred Datura. Sacred Datura by J. Evans Ramos. Okay, so Sacred Datura. So as we can see, there is what looks like a type of fox on the front of that. I presume I will learn more as we go into it. Give me 1 second. Why isn't this coming up? This Kindle app is just very janky on my phone, but my actual Kindle is so old that everything is in like I don't know 3-bit resolution. So showing you the book covers on that won't be much use. So let's see. This is The Sacred Datura. Sam's younger brother, Jaden, went missing years ago. He was lost in a canyon full of coyotes, rattlesnakes, and bell-shaped flowers known as sacred datura. She knows that if she just accepted who he was, he'd still be with them. Sam uses her guilt as a way to justify her recklessness. She's at risk of not graduating high school, ditching classes to skate and drink to suppress the guilt. Her boyfriend offers a concoction made from the strange flowers found within the canyon. Her visions are pleasant at first, but contort into horror, a horror that provides clues that Jaden may still be alive, that he may be lost in an unnatural place. With themes of loss, forgiveness, and acceptance, The Sacred Datura is a queer contemporary fantasy which uses indigenous myths as a means to escape the cruelty found within the suburbs of the American Southwest at the turn of the new millennium. Will Sam be able to solve the mystery of her brother's disappearance? Will she be able to bring him home? Will she be ever free from his guilt? Okay, very cool. That's The Sacred Datura. Looking forward to that one. What else do we have on here? I'll do another couple. Oh yeah. So this one sounds very cool by a very cool author called Dan Neal. You gotta love authors with 2 first names. It's just the best way to go. So check this cover out. If I can hold it still enough for long enough. Okay, The Lost Dawn. How cool is that? I really like that cover. I'd really like to get my hands on a paperback of that. And he's got a map. Gotta love a map. Oh, gotta love a map. Okay. Now let's see. Can we find the description? No. Just carry on among yourselves there while I figure this out. I want to pop up. Just give me the button. Give me the button, please, Kindle. What do we have to do? Here we go. Okay. Description. The Lost Dawn is the first book in an epic fantasy adventure series, the Daybreak Saga. It all begins here in the world of Aaliyah. Magic is everywhere, for better or worse. The Atlas family has served the immortal king, Simon Delgado, for generations. Only 3 siblings remain of the once prestigious house. Carter the eldest, a ranger for the king, Lady Alaya, the second oldest, a knight reputed for her mind magic, and then there's Kea. Kea Atlas was once a magical prodigy, but a traumatic incident cut her off from Gaia, the source of all magic. The loss leaves Kea heartbroken. though she now survives as a thief in the slums beneath the king's capital of Genevon. She longs to unlock her magical potential. Given the right opportunity, she'd risk everything for a chance to be a mage. Dark times are coming to Gadot. Kia's ex-employer, a violent outlaw with a fearsome reputation, is on the loose, and he's planning something big. The Wild King gathers power north of the kingdom, and ancient whispers speak of a rising Dark Lord. Whether or not Kira knows, she's at the center of all of it. If she hopes to survive, she'll need her magic back. Time is short. To regain what it was lost, Kaya must face her greatest fears, armed only with courage and faith that she'll rise to the challenge. The Lost Dawn is Dan Neal's debut as an author. He hopes you enjoy reading and appreciates honest ratings and reviews. The story of the Daybreak Saga continues with the Dark Disciple. Okay, that is very exciting. I met Dan online there a while ago. He's a very cool guy, and I'm looking forward to reading that. Okay, let's see. What else do we have on here? How many more will I do? Okay, let's try this one out. Navy Dreams. I've had this on my Kindle for a little while, so I really need to get moving on it. So let's have a look at this cover. That is pretty cool. Navy Dreams by H.M.H. Murray. You really want three letters if you're shortening your name down at the start. I think that's about a minimum requirement, 3 letters. Okay, now here we go. So I've had this on my Kindle for a while. I think I got it as part of a Kickstarter. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's have a little look at this and see what Navy Dreams is about. Take a job, fall in love, try not to blow up sons. Paula Otrava's registered smuggler and the best pilot she knows, probably. All thanks to her Navy, the sentiment navigational computer in her arm. She's also a woman in freefall who's betrayed her syndicate and run home to her parents' farm. When things go from bad to nearly fatal, Paula finds herself halfway across the Milky, taking in a job she's not allowed to refuse. Her new pals say Paula needs to fly their living bloodship to a mythical planet so they can stop a madman. And then, as one puts it, this ends for you. They say they're saving the galaxy. They say they're heroes. They say they'll pay. They say a lot of crap. Only some of it's true. Oh, that's pretty cool blurb. Navy Dreams by H.M.H. Murray. Another one on my Kindle. Okay, will I do one last one? One last one for today. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this one I've read. I actually read a bit of it, but I got stuck. Then I'm in the middle of blurbing a couple of books, so which do have. I got about halfway through this. So I'm in the middle of blurbing a couple of books, which has meant that they have deadlines, and I needed to get them. So I'm about halfway through this, so I need to get back to it. Apologies, Benjamin. Benjamin is a very cool dude. He has press. Benjamin Gorman. He's a press. He's got a cool podcast called Writers Not Writing, if that sounds familiar to any writers out there. Basically, what writers do when they're procrastinating and trying not to write. It's a very cool podcast. This book is Superheroes. Don't read this book. Okay, so clever bit of reverse psychology there. Well done, Benjamin. Well done. Okay, let's see. What is this about? I got it. I figured out the thing to get to the about bit. Okay, I should have probably figured that out before I started the video. But there we are. Another nice short blurb. I like the short blurbs. Here we go. Magdalena Wallace is the greatest writer in the world. She just doesn't know it. When she wakes up chained to a desk next to a stack of typed pages and the corpse of the person who read them, she learns just how dangerous her book can be. Rescued by a vampire, a werewolf, and a golem, she's on the run with the manuscript and the fate of humanity in her backpack, and a whole lot of monsters hot on her heels. Pretty cool. I like it. I like the blurb a lot. So that's Benjamin Gorman. Do check out Benjamin's very cool YouTube channel. He's on YouTube and all the places you can get podcasts. I was a guest on that podcast, and it was a lot of fun. And we talked about all things not to do with writing. So a little bit like what I'm going to do soon with my Don't Mention the Book authors interviews, where I interview authors and they're not allowed to talk about their book. It's a unique idea. Um, well, it's not unique. It's not unique. Benjamin kind of does it there, but it's received a lot of critical, critical, critical. What we say? Critical. Yeah, a lot of people have criticised it. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's do that next time. I have my first. I have my first interviewee, or victim, as I have been calling them, lined up, and hopefully I will be recording that next week. Should be a lot of fun. I hope to get to the bottom of what made authors authors. So delving into their past, digging up all kinds of terrible and wonderful things about what happened in their childhood and the like that turned them into an author, and that we write these books that some people read and some people enjoy and some people hate. So it's a lot of fun. Okay, thanks so much for tuning in. I will talk to you soon. I should be back, I think, possibly later this week. I will be back with a first chapter reads, and then next week we should have the author's interview. Don't mention the book. Okay, thank you very much. Take care.